Sitting in your favorite fast food restaurant, you pick up your big attack sandwich, layered with the perfect flavors. You squeeze softly into the bun and take your first bite. What a heavenly taste. Doesn't get much better than that. You are absolutely right. So nobody's perfect, right? That's the exact concept that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration uses. The FDA themselves say that it is not economically practical to produce products that are totally free of hazardous and naturally occurring, unavoidable defects. Whether you decide to go out to eat or if you decide to stay home, it's everywhere. Anyone that eats is exposed to something that, although sounds scary, isn't all that bad. It's the FDA's regulations allow you, the consumer, to eat things that you never would put in your mouth. Why not choose something that you actually have a choice for? Let me start out by telling you about the FDA's little things that they put in that will not hurt you. The FDA has a section in their handbook called natural additives, natural contaminants. What that is it's kind of the things that get into the factory and get into the food products that we eat. It's very nasty things, like rodents and insects and maggots and mold and stuff like that. Now, it's nothing huge or anything. It's not you're going to find a rodent in your actual sandwich. You're going to find maybe pieces of rat hair or something like that. The FDA thinks that it's not bad for you, and they, of course, they've actually researched it's not going to kill you. They just say that it just messes with your senses. It's bad smell, looks bad, stuff like that, but it will not harm you. The percentages that they offer, that they allow to actually be in the food, seem really high, but they are actually very, very low compared to actually how much is in there. The percentage that they give is a lot higher than the actual average that is inside, let's say, your peanut butter jar. The additives are usually safe, but if something comes up, they will recall the products, as you see with all the scares with again, peanut butter. So you're eating it anyways. Why not give other insects a try, right? There's a term called entomophagy, and is actually the study of, entomophology would be the study of insects. It's actually the eating of the insects. Now, there is no coinage of the actual term in the dictionary because in other ethnic places in the world, they do not distinguish the difference between eating insects and eating various foods. So there is no real history on the actual word because insects are actually a natural part of a diet for many cultures. Now, what is safe to eat? When you don't want to just pick up any insect off the side of off a tree or anything like that. The ones that are safe are ones that you raise yourself, and the ones that you actually order from reliable sources. You don't want to pick up something, like I said, wild insects, due to the fact that chemicals, bacteria that they go around and they're on. You don't want to actually consume part of that and get sick. You also want to stay away from bright colored, hairy, spiny ones. Most caterpillars, a lot of caterpillars aren't bad for you, but they taste really nasty. So you do not want to put those things in your mouth. You do not want to touch bees either. They're not harmful, but with the way that their population is declining, you don't want to bring them to extinction any sooner. There are many questions that people actually have about insects. Here's a couple of them. Which is the most popular insect to eat? And that tends to be the cricket. Cricket, when you compare it with a slice of prime meat, it has less calories, it has more protein, and it has less fat. So, getting a little better of a diet with eating crickets, but of course you got to eat a lot more than that to actually make up for that nice juicy steak. Now, vegetarians, really depends on the person. A vegetarian can eat it. It's actually in their definition that it's okay to eat an insect, but it's kind of a little squeamish too with that. The vegans will actually not eat insects, of course. Now, is it kosher? Is it kosher to eat insects? Yes and no. It really actually depends on which insect you're eating. Okay. There's actually, I have the Bible verse right here, Leviticus 11:20 through 23. It says, "All flying insects that walk on all four are to be detestable to you. There are, however, some winged creatures that walk on all fours that you may eat. They have jointed legs and hop on the ground. Of these you may eat any kind of locust, cricket, or grasshopper, but other winged creatures that have four legs you are to detest." So, again, yes and no. It really depends on the actual insect. Now, we also see the survivor shows that have them eating those nasty insects, crunching on them in the middle of our screen. So disgusting. But some people... Oh, give me a second, I'm sorry. While some people may not want to take part in eating insects, the simple fact remains that more than likely you're going to eat them whether you like it or not. FDA standards are very lenient when it comes to the extra additives that are in your food sources. It seems like, well, actually, they're not very lenient with it. It's actually very little that they allow in, but it's not enough, again, to hurt you. So next time that you're in the store and you see those chocolate-covered crickets, the scorpion lollipops, and other strange novelty insect products, don't be afraid to give them a try. You might just like it. The FDA is not going to allow anything to sit on those shelves that are going to make you sick. Okay? So, in conclusion, don't be afraid to eat the worm.